The house was silent, except for the soft clinking of spoons and the gentle whisper of my mother's voice, reminding me to eat before Fajr. The kitchen light flickered softly, casting long shadows as I sat at the table, barely awake, my spoon heavy in my hand. My eyelids drooped, sleep tugged at me, but then something caught my eye. A faint golden glow, slipping out from under my closet door. At first I thought my tired eyes were playing tricks on me, but then I heard it. A distant echo of voices layered with laughter, footsteps, and the hum of a place alive, like a bustling marketplace, hidden behind my closet door. My heart pounded. What was behind that door? Curiosity pulled me forward. I tiptoed across the room, each step slow and careful. My fingers trembled as they reached for the doorknob. The door creaked open. But instead of my clothes, I saw something impossible. A massive archway stretched out before me, leading to an ancient golden-lit bazaar. The scent of fresh bread and spices filled the air, and the sounds of people bargaining and chatting in different languages surrounded me. I stepped inside. A large glowing sign overhead shimmered with golden letters, the Bazaar of Deeds. But this was no ordinary marketplace. People weren't trading food or clothes, they were trading their actions. A young girl handed an old man a cup of water. In return, she was given a small glowing coin labelled Sadaqah. Nearby, a man angrily stomped toward a vendor, demanding something. But the shopkeeper only smiled, handing him a shining silver scroll. Shopkeeper. Patience. I watched in amazement. A boy tripped and fell, but instead of getting angry, he laughed it off. A nearby merchant rewarded him with a sparkling sapphire labelled good character. I couldn't believe my eyes. This place wasn't about money. It was about how you behaved, how you treated others, and what was in your heart. As I wandered through the bazaar, my eyes landed on a grand stall called the Fasting Exchange. A merchant in a shimmering robe smiled at me. Merchant? Ah, you're fasting today, aren't you? I nodded. He held out 2 jars, one filled with golden light, the other dark and murky. Merchant, would you like to trade your patience for hunger? I hesitated. Merchant, what do you mean if you complain about fasting, your patience jar empties and fills with hunger instead? My eyes widened. That explained why some people struggled more than others, because their patience was running low. I clenched my fists. Boy, no, I'll keep my patience. The merchant grinned and handed me a small golden lantern labelled Sabr. Patience. It felt warm in my hands. I explored further and saw how every action had a consequence. A person who controlled their temper was given a shield of strength. A child who shared his food received a basket of endless blessings. Then, in the centre of the bazaar, I noticed a giant mirror. Its surface shimmered like water. Curious, I stepped closer and gasped. It showed me myself, my real life. I watched as my reflection replayed yesterday's events. When I got angry at my little sister, my hands in the mirror were empty, but when I shared my food with her, my hands glowed with bright golden light. I finally understood. Ramadan isn't just about staying hungry, it's about growing as a person. Suddenly, a loud call echoed through the bazaar. Everything around me shimmered. The golden market flickered. The stalls, the merchants, the glowing coins, all of it began to fade. I stumbled backward, clutching the golden lantern. My vision blurred, and then darkness. I gasped and sat up straight in my bed. My room was quiet. The closet door was shut. No golden glow, no marketplace, no merchants. Just the sound of my mother's voice calling me for Fajr. Had it all been a dream? I looked down at my hands, empty. No lantern, no glowing coins. But something inside me felt different, stronger, wiser. I smiled to myself. Maybe the Bazaar of Deeds wasn't a dream after all. That day, I didn't complain once about fasting. I shared my iftar with my sister, and that evening, when I looked in the mirror, I thought I saw, just for a second, a golden glow. Ramadan isn't just about fasting. It's a test of patience, kindness, and self-control, and every good action adds to our treasure of deeds.